Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm very much excited with the topic that I'm going to talk about. This is about the end of the universe. I've been talking about the universe for a while now, if you have been following me. So let's talk about the end. What's the end of the universe? As you know, the universe is expanding, accelerating all the time at a very fast rate, right? And the forces that are responsible, we call them dark energy. I don't know what they are actually. And also force of gravity that is pulling back everything together like stars and galaxies. Now there's this theory of a hypothetical theory of crunch, big crunch. Is a theory that says that at some point the dark energy that is will cease, because a lot of matter will form and the gravity will win over dark energy, because the dark energy pushes outward and the gravity pulls inward. You know, it's just like what happens in a neutron star. You find that the energy that comes from the center is pushing the star and maintaining that the position it is. And when this energy is finished, then the star collapses into itself and forms a neutron star, or becomes a black hole. So depending on the mass, solar masses, right? So here in this situation, the big crunch is given that there's something called a quintessence, that which can reverse its course at some point. Right now, maybe it is still accelerating, expanding, to reach a point where it will reverse and work with gravity to cause something called a big crunch. It's a theory, it's hypothetical, not well confirmed, but it's out there. So that predicts the end of the universe in one way. The other way is that the universe can stretch out to very thin state, and it just heat up, right, and split up. That's another theory. So before we proceed, I want to read to you what the Big Crunch says, the hypothesis. Now the Big Crunch is a hypothetical scenario for the ultimate fate of the universe, in which the expansion of the universe eventually reverses, just what I've told you, and the universe recollapses back, ultimately causing the cosmic scale factor to reach factor zero, where it's thought that 0 point is where we have the singularity, from where the universe bounces back. So there's this theory that it has been a cyclic. It goes back and forth and back, but that takes millions or billions of years in astronomical scales before this process repeats itself. These are all hypotheses, but it's thought to be the end of the universe, or the way the universe will end. There are forces out there, there's radiation forces out there, electromagnetic forces out there, particles or antiparticles, all types of forces are there together along with this cosmic universe, marvel, I don't know how we can call it. So let's go on. The ending of the Big Crunch will get filled with radiation from stars and high energy. You know, the stars are burning out, and when they burn out, what happens? Okay, hydrogen is burning out, whatever the forces that burn in the stars, or nuclear fusion, or what it takes place there. So when this is condensed and blue shifted to high energy, it will be intense enough to ignite the surface of the stars before they collide. Sorry. In the final moments, the universe will be one large fireball with a temperature of infinitely and the absolute, and neither time nor space will remain. That sounds like a doomsday. So now let's go to the beginning. So from where did the universe come from? we know very well that before, from the previous video that I've done, I've explained to you. So before the Big Bang, there was inflation. I thought that maybe there was inflation. It's not confirmed. I mean, indirectly confirmed. There was inflation of space before the Big Bang took place, which was 13.8 billion years ago, according to the observations and so on that I've made. Now, so today we're talking about the Big Crunch, because you know the universe is expanding. Maybe it's disrelating already, but you know it's not something you can feel or see. Okay, so if the stars burn out, everything burns out. There's no electromagnetism, there's no heat. So what do you think will happen? It will freeze up due to the absence of this heat generating stars and so on. So stars, when they burn out, you know, they become neutron stars. I've explained that in the video before. You know, if it has 3 solar masses, it doesn't totally collapse to a black hole, because the neutron forces can't sustain it at that state, so it becomes a neutron star. The star doesn't become a black hole, it becomes a neutron star. So neutron stars will form, those with 3 solar masses, and those that are supermassive will form black holes, and white dwarfs will also exist. And when these black holes form, or these neutron stars form, according to Hawking, there will be radiation, so eventually they will disappear also due to Hawking radiation, right? So we are saying that gravity may cause the universe to collapse back. Of course, you know the gravity is pulling everything. Even here on Earth, you know, there is gravity everywhere. Gravity is due to matter. The more matter there is, the more gravity there will be. And that's why it says that as this universe expands, that means the dark energy has more say than gravity. It continues to expand, but at some point, as matter continues to accumulate, to reach a point where gravity will win over dark energy. And when gravity wins over dark energy, then the universe will start to collapse back, crunch back. It's called crunch. And then when it goes to point 0, then the cycle will begin again. So it's a kind of cyclic process of the universe singularity, right? And singularity, you know, I've told you from the previous video, it's a point where, you know, when the star, for example, has more than 3 solar masses, then it will collapse totally into a singularity. There's a squash shield radius, which is the radius of the event horizon. It's a radius below which the gravitational pull between particles in a body must cause it to undergo irreversible collapse. So it becomes a singularity, 0 point, where matter is concentrated highly, and then everything pulls everything, including space and time, and laws of physics break down, and nothing makes sense over there, and it goes in infinitely, and it can't be defined what happens, you know, because it's inaccessible. You can't see what is happening inside a black hole or what. But there is a theory of Hawking radiation which says that even if we don't know what is going on, there's entanglement theory, and there's about particle antiparticle, which says that some particles might be escaping from black hole. When one is trapped, one escapes. Like we have exotic matter and stuff like that. And then there's radiation that takes place. Eventually, the black holes become smaller and smaller. The event horizon becomes so close, can comfortably so close to the singularity, and from there, it's not known what really happens, but they disappear altogether. Eventually means millions or billions of years. It doesn't happen in a night or in a month, in a year. It takes millions of years to happen. So the cyclic process will start. So dark energy, there's a dark energy bounce against gravity. This is pulling each other right now. And these theories have been put forward by people like Wheeler in the 80s, who proposed actually the formation, or we will go into the word black hole, right? So now let's go to why the universe expands. You know, everybody knows about it. It's a big bang. You know, that moment in time when the high energies exploded, and then there was rapid expansion before it started to cool down due to gravity that started to slow it down. Okay. So since the gravity and dark energy are they're now pulling each other, they were, but now the dark energy won over gravity, and the universe is expanding so fast. We're going there. I'm getting ahead. So gravity pulls galaxies together. Dark energy pushes them apart. Now, whether the universe expansion or contraction depends which of the two forces is winning. Is it the gravity or is it the dark energy? I've explained to you that point. So we have something called cosmic microwave background, which originated from the Big Bang, right? So I've told you gravity pulled and slowed the expansion and allowed stars and other formation in the universe. Okay. So expansion continued, but at a slower pace due to gravity. Thanks to gravity, galaxies and other things formed, even solid, heavy metals we formed, like planets, rocky and stuff, happened during that age. I showed you in the other video about the epoch. So after a certain period of time, it seems that the dark energy won, because it's estimated that between 3 to 8 billion years, expansion took accelerated due to dark energy. That means dark energy won over gravity. So it makes quite a huge percentage, huge chunk of space, and about 80% or 65 to 70% of total energy in the universe is dark energy. So even Einstein himself, Einstein says something different, that is actually woven into cosmic or vacuum space, the dark energy. So the universe went through an early inflation. It began to cool down, I've told you that. And there were protons and electrons, we have neutrons, quarks, antiquarks, particles, subatomics, all that together in primordial soup that took place during that time. Actually, it said 46 billion light years away, a long time before 13 billion, which we are just estimating. This stuff was taking place. So they combined to form neutron. And okay, hydrogen was formed. It's not only hydrogen that was formed. Hydrogen, if it was formed, helium was forming. We have carbon, oxygen, yeah. Things that formed along with this. It's not only hydrogen. It's not an isolated case. Now, due to light, which streamed out into the universe to form what we recognize as cosmic microwave background in these early stages. So I'm kind of mixing the point that I've jotted down for you. So dark energy may be coincidence, that's why I told you it's dynamic, it can change over time. We don't know what dark energy is, but there's a preposition that it could change after some time. For now it's impulsive, then it might become gravitational because it's dynamic. So it says it can either be attractive, it can be repulsive. Unlike a cosmological constant, cosmological constant, something that is always there, it's always expanding, it can't go back, it's always constant. This one can change. These are just, theories. We're not very sure about all this. So if it's a cosmological constant, it will only work one way, and we have things like kinetic being and potential energy at work here. It reverses process to mean it will work together with gravity. If it ever reverses, then it means it's going to work. That I've told you. Now, when will that happen? We don't know. Or maybe it's already happening. We don't know. So the rest I've told you about the big crunch. The ending of the big crunch will get filled with radiation. What is radiation? You know what's radiation? Electromagnetism, electrons, radiation, how it originates. And from the stars, what the stars is burning hydrogen to helium. Yeah. And maybe there's a thought that even helium could be burning to something else. In the end, they form rocky stuff that, like the comets you're seeing, maybe have originated from there. This one I've already told you. So what do you think about the end of the universe? Having given you this article, what do you think about the end of the universe? Will it really end like this, a big crunch, or it will continue to expand forever? Really doesn't it box somebody's mind to think that something will go on forever and ever, and the universe expanding towards what? And even this big crunch, when it takes place, how will it really take place? Because now we have the planets that are formed, rocky hard stuff that are formed due to slowing down and cooling of the universe. What will happen to these things? How are they going to break down? How is the heat going to melt this? And with the wide expanse of the universe, how huge is the universe? So how is it going to crunch? And suppose we assume, or maybe because multiverse theory does exist, parallel universe and so on, will it really collapse like that? Or what if this universe is being influenced by another, even huge, other universes? Like we have solar system, we have Sun, Mercury, Venus, Mars, and so on. What if the universe that we live in is in a certain cycle, orbiting something else? I said that before. So is it really going to happen that this universe will crunch in the end? We don't know. Because we can't observe the end of the universe. So to put up such theories, that I'm not really debunking these theories. Maybe this is what will happen, but I'm just wondering, how will it crunch? Or will it expand forever? Or will it just tear down and eat up? And just, I don't really, it's quite a difficult topic. But whatever it will be an apocalypse. If something of that scale happens, then maybe the universe will just turn up to a big, gigantic black hole. Imagine the universe becoming a black hole. There are some black holes out there which are as huge as this universe, right? Very difficult. The universe is a big thing. And we know, not to forget that we have galaxies inside the universe. We have Milky Way galaxy, we have Andromedas and others. Andromeda is bigger than the Milky Way. And when we're saying big, we're talking really big. So when these things are going to collapse, how they will collapse? You've seen from the volcanic eruptions that takes place just very near to us, the magma flows out. You see it, it's there, it's happening now. When that cools down, it becomes earth, forms rocks and so on. So to suggest that it's gonna beat up again, I don't know, but it's possible, because radiation can heat up anything to hide. When the temperature is so high, it can heat up those rocks and they'll melt, everything will melt. It's crazy. It goes back to singularity. Anyway, I leave you to think about the universe ending one day. Maybe now it's ending, we don't know, billions of years to come. Already it's happening now, we don't know. And what's this big talk about global warming? Is it really about the global warming, or is it the universe is pulling back? Sorry, that is what you call conspiracy theory. I'm not going to propagate. This is just propagating something that's okay. It's personal idea. Okay guys, thank you for watching. Please share and comment about the end of the universe, the big crunch. We won't be there, maybe you'll be there. I don't know, maybe it will happen tomorrow. Sorry. Okay guys, please share, like and subscribe my videos. I'm bringing more and more videos, and comment. Let's travel together in this journey. It's a good channel, please support it. Subscribe. Support me by subscribing to this channel. Otherwise, if you don't, then it will die one day, you will not see it. We will not have a channel that does not grow. It's you people to make it grow, you my people, my audience, by getting more and more subscription, so that you continue to, I'll continue to bring you these materials. Okay, enough ranting. Thanks, and see you again in the next one. Bye.